Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning.
Another beautiful day in beautiful Jackson. Right now, 67 degrees. Yesterday, it got up to 87, and it likely will again today.
It was hot when I picked up my child at the end of the day. Brandon, same thing happened. The kids were gassed. It was sunny. You got to keep the kids out of the sun a little bit, I think, at my house at least.
Yep, a lot of sunshine today, but we do have a very, very slight chance of showers after 5 p.m., 10%.
Can we go out to the sky cam?
Let's do it.
Let's
See
do it.
how
Let's
things
go out.
look.
Our hometown. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. That's what my lawn looks like, by the way.
Yeah, we could use some rain.
I know we definitely could. So, beautiful day facing northwest in Jackson County.
A lot going on today. We've got the Concord Classic
Yes.
tonight, and it's a new route. Typically, it starts and ends right in front of the high school, but there's construction there. So everyone's encouraged to park at the middle school, and the event will start and stop on the track at Concord High School. So
There'll be another popsicle pass out, believe it or not.
Yeah?
Yeah, M&K race sponsor will be passing out popsicles to kids at the end of the Concord Classic. So look for Madison from M&K. She'll be out there giving away free popsicles, and it is going to be a lovely night for a popsicle.
It's got an awesome popsicle cooler.
Yeah.
The first day of summer, it's today, and of course, beautiful summer weather at Vista Grand Villa. They're celebrating with a cookout. Everyone's invited to come out between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. Lunch, entertainment, and fun, all free. And tours, if you'd like. Go skate day at Nixon Park tonight at 4. Family night at the Cascades. Gordon the
Magician, yeah.
We've got Community Shred Day at American One on Parnell.
Is Gordon local?
Gordon has been all over.
But is he local? Was he from here?
He might be local because he's been at a lot of the libraries. He's appearing everywhere all summer. He's popular.
Well, he's very talented. I do know that.
The Grass Lake School of Music, the entertainment tonight at Music in the Park in downtown Grass Lake. So just some of the things you can do today.
I know you want to talk about the missing submersible that is lost at sea.
I can't stop thinking about it.
I can't stop talking about it. Brandon and I were discussing it. It's absolutely amazing. The fear that must be going on or have gone on in this thing. I mean, folks like Brandon and I, we would not get in that if it was on shore at Vandercook Lake and if they paid us. So I'm terrified of things like that anyways, but yeah, it's nuts. I think, I don't think I wouldn't have survived if I was one of the, if I was one of the 2 billionaires or the son, I'd be dead. I'd be dead already, I think. Either from a heart attack from the fear, or I would have probably had the rest of the crew eat me and kill me. I don't know. It just seems crazy.
I think there's no hope.
Really. I don't know. I mean, it's just, it's crazy. It seems like people when I think I mentioned this yesterday, it's like when people lose their lives because of some extreme thing, it's like they don't get the same sorrow. Does that make sense?
They knew what they were in for. They had to sign this release that was a mile long, and they knew it was dangerous. And apparently, the vessel has lost communication every single time it's gone down. But it's dark. There's no light. There's no way out. And last night they heard banging.
I've watched the kind of the tours and the things, and you see the inside of the thing, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, I remember last fall when David Pogue on CBS Sunday Morning took us on a tour of that, and you could tell that he was not.
He was nervous, and during that tour, I think the submersible got lost for 2.5 hours. So, yeah, it was only the third trip down. So, big national news, of course, all over, and it will be the news of the day as the oxygen time runs out on this vessel, for sure.
A lot of people agreed with me on the rope.
I've heard that. But I think if If it was such a good idea, they would have done it.
You would think.
You would think. So, have you looked into?
The whole nautical industry is built on rope. You can't go out on a boat without a rope. Things they're measuring it in knots. It's ropes. Ropes make the nautical industry survive.
You know how once in a while I read those headlines like the Dear Stacy or Dear Annie? Listen to this one I found today. Brandon, you'll like this one. Dear Annie or something, should I tell my husband's flirty friend that she crossed the line with zipper assist? Now I thought to myself, let me look into this because maybe it's a jacket or a quarter zip. No. It was the fly. So this gentleman has a propensity to walk out of the bathroom without zipping up his fly. Flirty friend. I think that's crossing the line for sure. So.
Was it Mrs. Noah Baker that wrote it?
No, this is no one we know. This is no one we know. But yeah, no, we do have people that walk out of the bathroom here and leave their fly down. But that's the only similarity. But the fellas up there really like the headline. It sounds like for sure. So
tomorrow is the NBA draft,
Oh,
and of course the number one pick is going to be Victor Wembanyama.
that's very
Am I
good.
saying it right?
Sure.
You know what he did last night?
Wembanyama.
He rode a subway in New York. He's in New York for the draft.
Gosh, this guy.
And he rode a subway for the first time, banged his head.
Did you see him holding the baseball?
It's like
It looked Brandon. It looked like he was holding this eraser.
I know.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was holding the baseball.
And who threw it better? First pitch,
Him.
me or Victor?
You are only better than 50 Cent. That is the only.
Carl Lewis.
Carl Lewis was trash too. Carl Lewis. Oh my gosh, that was bad. What's worse, Carl Lewis first pitch or national anthem, Brandon?
How tall that guy is. Probably national anthem.
Oh yeah, his was way better than yours. I would have traded that for yours in a second.
The camera lost my pitch.
Wow.
When I pitched.
Yeah, thank God it wasn't like a. I think what happened when you did throw out your first pitch, there was also a young boy that threw a pitch. I think as part of a Make-A-Wish deal. So most of the cameras were on that family, and then they swooped you in.
I
for
let
the
him
thing.
win.
Yeah, and Joey and I were like, "Hey, we paid for this thing, man. Come on." But I got my money's worth because I used the umpire's bathroom right before the game. Do you remember that?
That's right,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, Brandon, you think you have a problem? Have to go to the bathroom right before a major league game, and your only bathroom is the umpire's bathroom, and the umpire's bathroom doesn't lock, and both teams walk by the umpire's bathroom to get to the field. Whew, that was a tough one for me. that was a tough spot to be in.
And usually when we ever arrive at a place, the first thing you scout out is the bathroom.
It is, and the night, I remember the night before, I didn't prepare myself well, and I ended up having a tough day.
Michigan State is, they're saying that, oh yeah, we like the idea of the alcohol sales in the stadium, and it's flying through the legislature, likely to be passed. In Michigan State, yeah, we're going to do it. It sounds like a great idea.
So you think they're going to do it?
I don't know, Michigan State, I'm kind of disappointed. They, last week, the Board of Trustees approved a $200 million aquatic center. You'll recall last year they canceled swimming and diving at Michigan State.
I recall.
And last week they're going to build a $200 million aquatic center. And you know what they said? Oh, maybe we will bring back swimming and diving.
I'm not sure what's going on up there, Brandon.
I don't know. I think they need a bunch of new trustees, basically.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's not a job for me, that's for sure. I have 2 graduation parties this weekend. We've already been to one. What's the dollar amount you're giving in all of these? Is it the same or is it different? What's happening?
Well, it's not been up to me this
It's up
year.
to me.
It's your mom.
Well,
has
she
been-
calls me and says, how much are you giving so-and-so? And then I tell her, you need to give so-and-so this amount.
Yeah.
So,
So stop telling her that amount because I think it's too much.
do you? Well, it probably is too much, but you know, I don't know. I tend to give less if the person has a scholarship to a university. I know they don't need as much money, so that's kind of what I'll do. The two this weekend. One, David Rice, who works at JTV.
When's his party?
It is Saturday from 3 to 9 p.m.
I don't think I've been invited to that party.
You have been 3 to 9 p.m. at the.
Brandon, have you been invited to
David
David
did
Rice?
invite me.
Yeah, right. He invited everybody.
No, I didn't get an invitation.
They were on everyone's desk, and I was passing them around
No,
as well.
I didn't get one.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't get one.
Serious?
Yeah.
I figure it will be coming today.
David? Okay. All right. David is.
I
Okay.
just got awkward.
Some people will.
He says I put one on Karen's desk.
Well, that's not me.
Well, that's not Brandon. Maybe I wasn't even invited. Maybe I won't go. Maybe I only have one graduation party this weekend, not two.
Yeah.
So
What's
that
your other
card
one?
you already got, David. That money was from me too, bud.
What's your other graduation party?
Mike England's son,
Oh,
Drew. Did you get invited to that?
no.
Well,
I
I'll tell
got, you know what? It's amazing. Usually you get these graduation party invitations in the mail. I just got these announcements.
Really?
It's just, we're pleased to announce
I think
that-
we missed. We were both invited to Myland Weatherspoons
Yes.
as well.
Myland invited me personally.
Yes. When is that?
It's happened already.
All right. Well, we'll have
I
to.
saw Myland Saturday and I said, "Oh, when's your party?" And he said, "Last week."
All right. I knew it was quick because when I saw him, it was at the Selby, and so we'll have to get him something. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, for sure.
I wanted to go to that one too.
I did too. Today is the last day, speaking of track and field, the last day to register for the Corey Pryor Track and Field Camp through the Jackson Parks and Rec Department. You just show up and sign up. Last day of in-person. It's at 4:30 today at Jackson High. I highly recommend signing up for this if your young athlete is interested in track and field. Corey, head coach at Jackson, and Corey was an elite runner
Amazing run.
at Jackson High and Michigan State, and he really knows what he's doing, does a great job motivating the kids, and it's fun. Learn about the sport, track and field. So that begins at 4 o'clock today, last day to sign up in person.
A lot of great athletes in the Pryor family.
No doubt.
The police blotter today, Jackson Police Department Officer Johnson responded to the 1300 block of McGuire for a civil standby. I don't know what that means.
Civil standby?
Civil standby. Maybe someone's being served with a lawsuit and police stand
Sometimes
by.
I know where McGuire is.
Yeah, I know where McGuire is too. The caller, someone called and said, the caller did not put their vehicle in park. The vehicle began rolling, knocked the caller down
This is on McGuire?
on McGuire, and then it rolled into the patrol car. So if you're stopped by the police, put your vehicle in park.
Sometimes you get nervous though, and it's like at the car wash, you're not sure what to do, so you...
Yeah.
Food Truck Tuesday was yesterday, and downtown was hopping. We had a ton going on, ton of people. You know what I've noticed about Food Truck Tuesday is it runs so much smoother than it has in the past. Does that make sense? In, out, it's very cool. There's Bruce again. Food Truck Tuesday. Baby Bear Burger.
No, Miss Edwina called and she said helping with the zipper is okay, but if the zipper's already up, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Helping?
Brian Tucker entertaining again at Food Truck Tuesday. Michigan Theater is sponsoring the entertainment.
They
this
sure
year.
are. They sure are.
A lot of kids.
There's David Stallworth. David's one of my good friends, and he's been taking care of us downtown the last couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He's had some wild situations to control, so I tip my hat to him.
Your mom went to Food Truck Tuesday,
Oh, good. My mom.
and she sat and visited for 2 hours.
Well, that's okay.
And then they decided they'd go to the food truck, and it was out.
Oh, really? Well, you chat, you lose. The Hidden Lake Gardens Canopy Walk is now open to the public. Check this thing out. This is very cool.
Unbelievable. It's a master of engineering and millions of dollars. They raised money. And during the pandemic, they had so many struggles with supply chain and the fundraising. But walk the trees, and you can see for miles at the very top. So I'm anxious to get down there.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. It is gorgeous. Our staff said it was very, very cool. And it's it's a little bit of a hike. It's cool.
Yep, and it also has accommodation for those with handicaps, so they can enjoy the view from high on top, Hidden Lake Gardens. Beautiful. Thanks to
Awesome.
T. Gerwig for going
thanks,
down there
Steve.
for that. Yeah. Didn't have fun.
Who's your favorite Uncle Phil?
My favorite Uncle Phil.
Would it be from The Fresh Prince or would it be Phil Willis?
Probably. Well, that's a close one.
It's close. It's close for me. It's close for me. Uncle Phil's barbecue fundraiser event is tomorrow at Lumen Christi, presented by Willis and Magnick Financial Services. You'll be there.
Are you going to be there?
I'm gonna try early.
Okay.
Early. I'm gonna try.
Yes, I will be there.
Say a quick high fives, and then I unfortunately have another thing I have to get to. But we love this event. It is tomorrow at Lumen Christi. Stop out for lunch. It's just $15. All money raised is going to Junior Achievement, Lumen Christi Catholic School, and the Lost Railway Museum. So yeah, it should be a great event. One event we love going to every single year. Knight's Steakhouse involved. Tons of great sponsors.
Yep, you've got a choice of a chicken sandwich, a burger, or a coney.
It should be
And
wonderful.
all the fixings.
Yeah, it should be wonderful. Thanks to Willis and Magnick for helping putting on that wonderful event, and of course to Uncle Phil himself. Uncle Phil doesn't cook anymore, but he will be there with his chef's hat on.
Thankfully. Last week at a taping of The Price is Right, a contestant got injured.
You don't say.
Yes, in the game Bonkers, and that's the one where you run around and you put the numbers in and then you press a button and they're wrong or they're right. But he won, and this Henry on the left there, he dislocated his shoulder while jumping up and down like this. He went, the game, the game was bonkers, and he went bonkers, dislocated his shoulder, and when it came time to spin the big wheel, he couldn't do it. So his wife had to come out of the audience and spin the wheel for him.
What?
Yes. He won a trip to Hawaii, but that's as far as he went. But
Well, that's great.
yeah.
The Irish Hills Lake and Home Tour is this weekend. If you want, stop by, see our own Jennifer Scanlon at Clark Lake. She will be there on that lake starting at Eagle's Nest. Should be a wonderful day for the Irish Hills Lake and Home Tour. Have you ever wanted to live on a lake?
Oh, everyone does.
Everyone wants to live on a lake,
Yeah.
and we have so many here to choose from. We're very, very lucky. So check out the Irish Hills Lake and Home Tour. If you have any questions, give the brokerage house a call or text Clark Lake to 35620.
Were you at the Rose Parade?
Yes.
Yes, you were. Did you see any horses?
No.
Well, typically at the parade, Jim Francis goes around with a shovel and a bucket to collect what horses leave behind. In Gaza, they've come up with a unique solution to keep the streets clean. They've got horse diapers.
Well, that's very
Yeah,
nice.
so there's a lot of horse-drawn carts.
Do you know where they eat horse? This is weird, but I was talking to a friend of mine. They're in Toronto, and they were eating horse tartare. It wasn't called that, but
What do they call it?
I don't know. I could go back and look it up. Something I can't pronounce. It looked awful. Anyways, I don't know if it's the same horse.
Yeah, different places around the world do different things. But donkeys and horses, both being fitted with the horse diaper, and apparently it's working. But they're dragging Would you like to sit in that cart? Oh, they're dragging that because it's.
You could spit your sunflower seeds into the thing too, Brandon, while you were driving that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's on the show today?
We've got a wonderful show lined up. We're going to get things started with Dr. Jacob Sinkoff right after this quick break.